AQ Lighting. And we have a little change in schedule today because Mark from Dabmar is the national sales manager, and he happened to be visiting us and showing us new products. And we've been friends for a very, very long time, and he is the expert that I want to share with you, and he was kind enough to come on. So, welcome.
Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hello again.
Hi.
I'm really excited today. We have some really cool products.
Well, I kind of sabotaged him, I'm going to be frank with y'all, because we have had a load of questions hit our tech department over the years on the difficulty of selecting spotlights, degrees, the color, the temperature. Like, there's so many whites. There's warm white, daylight, cool white. I mean, it's atrocious.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So, we have a lot of problems to solve.
Yes.
And that's what we're gonna do today.
Yes, today we're going to solve all the problems.
We're gonna solve everything.
Yes.
And then
yes.
world peace.
Yes. So, what are some of the problems you...
I'm gonna hit you up with the questions. That's what this is. He's just gonna get hit with questions,
Yes.
and you have had the same ones, so that's what we're doing today. So one of them is, I've always wanted to dim my landscape lights. And there is not, I don't wanna buy a different bulb that emits less light and be switching my bulbs out. Like, what do we do? How do we dim landscape lighting?
It is such a common problem. I get asked all the time because indoors, people have dimmers. Dim their lights, dim their landscape, dim their recess lights, dim their cabinet lights. But in landscape lighting, that's not common. And it's such a problem because the transformers are magnetic or electronic, but they're not meant for dimming. It's power coming in needs to be stable. So that means the power going out is stable. So the transformer has always been a problem. We can't dim the transformer, we can't dim the lights. So we found a workaround.
Which is great, because
Yeah.
we all know we've driven by landscapes where the lights are so bright you can't even see what they're illuminating.
Exactly.
And yet they're not gonna go back to the store and buy another light, you know, so.
And that is the issue, is that we have 3 watt, 4 watt, 5 watt, 7 watt, 9 watt. When you start, 3 watts great. But in a year or two, maybe you need a 7. So you don't want to keep changing and guessing, what do I need at this stage of my landscape lighting? So we found that that's a problem for us and for a lot of companies because it's too many options and it's hard to stock all those options and not run out of all those options. So we found a solution that can allow dimming and allow you to grow the light output as you need it. And that solves so many problems.
Especially like when you start landscaping, and so everything's like young and fresh and close to the ground, if you will, and then as it matures, then your lighting needs change.
Exactly.
So, Mark has a solution. Now
Yes.
that we discussed it, he's got a solution.
So we've heard a lot of problems. We always look for a way to work around it. And now we have a new product that allows us to dim the product and not the transformer. So we're going around the transformer and we're talking directly to the fixtures. And we can now dim the light directly by itself. So we can set the lumens, we can adjust it, and in a year, when the plants grow, we can go back out there and increase it.
Get a little brighter.
More brighter.
Okay.
So we can set it to where I need it today, and then come back and adjust it when I need those adjustments made.
Okay, so with that in mind, we had someone ask, okay, but I already have existing fixtures. How do I match the white? Like, I don't know what white I have, so how do I match it?
Another very good, big problem. All the time, you have a porch light, you have a post light, you have existing lighting, but not everybody's an expert to know that's 27K, or that's 35K, or that's 40K.
Yeah, and then you get this whole weird blend.
Yes, and you get this mix of colors, and when you drive by and you see a mix of colors, it looks weird.
Yeah.
And people end up shipping back, or they get upset because they ordered the wrong one, or it doesn't match.
Right.
So there's a lot of this back and forth and uncertainty.
Mm-hmm.
And for us, we have to carry, again, a 30 or 40 or 50 to try to accommodate, and not all the time you know what you need. So there's another solution is tuning of white. So we have, this fixture is now in a warm white. But for example, if you wanted to go to a more of a bluer color or a 40K or a 50K, you can tune the fixture now to what's on your site.
I'm hoping the camera is grabbing that because this is a big deal. You may not know what color you have in your yard, and over the years, color changes. Lights, they're never exactly the same as when you purchased them. So even if you did know, it may not be the same as a brand new fixture. But when he refers to tuning, it's like the radio, you're tuning it, you're tuning the color of the white, literally.
To match your property.
To match your white.
So your property might have more on the 4,000K, we can match that. If it's 2,700K, we can match that. So here's an example.
I'm already confused, Mark. What's the difference between 2,000K, 3,000K?
So I have it set up here, 2,700K, very incandescent, very warm.
Okay.
But some people wanted this color, which is a little bit cooler. Or you can go to a 65K, which is even more cooler. So having 3 different colors, it would be 3 different products, 3 different bulbs. Now we have one product that can do all 3 at the same time.
This is just amazing. This
Yes.
is just a solution-based product.
It helps answer the questions that, what do I need?
Right.
This has it. If I don't know, this has it.
Let's dim this down because the camera may be
Yes.
picking it up a little too bright.
Yes, we can do that.
Okay, so another question that we got is I have my front yard done with lighting, and I have my backyard done with lighting, and I've got this product in the front yard and in the backyard, but I don't want the same intensity, and sometimes I don't even want my backyard on unless I'm back there. What do you do about that?
So normally you'll have 2 transformers, front yard, backyard, 2 different controls, 2 different
Okay.
switches. So whenever you do any changes, you have to do them by the yard, the area. Again, with this solution, you can mix front yard and backyard with one controller.
There you go.
So you can
There's
have
your answer.
multiple transformers, side yard, backyard, and have one technically switch controller which will do everything for the front yard, backyard, and side yard, and you can synchronize. So whatever you did in the front, you can do in the back.
There you go.
Or mix them up. So it's a lot of that flexibility and solves that problem where you can say, I want to just sit and turn
Yeah.
off everything.
A lot easier. What about an app? Do I need another app? Because I have
No.
50,000 apps on my phone.
No, no more apps, no Bluetooth, no Wi-Fi. It's, it's very simple solution. And that's what people like when it starts becoming apps. Linking passwords, I forgot my password, where's the Wi-Fi, do I need to connect through Wi-Fi?
Right.
That goes away.
Where's
This
my
is just-
Where's my landscape architect to come and fix my lights? Because now I don't know how to work them again.
Yep.
Okay.
So it's as simple as your TV remote control. Everybody has a TV remote control, now you have your lights remote control, and you don't need anything else.
Okay, this is a fun question.
Yes.
And the timing is great because we are coming upon Independence Day, the 4th of July.
Yes.
And a lot of people are buying colored bulbs. They want to change their yard. They want to get the red, white, and blue out there. And so, what about that? Can I have red, white, and blue lights?
Well, we've been in
It's
lighting.
a really fun question.
Yeah, we've been in lighting for 30 years. We've had color lenses. We have color light bulbs. And the biggest problem is the lenses over time start peeling.
Yeah.
The bulbs, nobody wants to open and close fixtures. That can cause problems in itself.
Oh, that's true.
So the solution is, people don't want to do extra work, so they usually don't. We found that why not incorporate color into the product? So
Okay.
that you can go from not color to color and back to not color without opening the fixture. So this
I think
product,
you would like that, right? I mean, that would be a good solution.
it
All right.
just solves so many headaches. And in the event that let's say you have 4th of July coming up, you can go ahead and just add the colors. The reds, you can do the
Can
white.
you see that? Are you
You
picking
can
that up?
do the red.
He's got red,
We
white,
got
and blue going on
red, we
here.
got red, we got blue, and it all can be done on the fly.
Okay, that's
So now,
fabulous.
when the event is on, you do your colors. When you want back, you can just go right back to all white. So you can go from white, you can go to color, you can go to red, you can pick the color that you want and set it and leave it this way.
There you
And
go.
when you're done, right back to your normal color that you want all throughout the year. So it just simplifies
Yeah.
the problem. The problem we have, we've dealt with for a long time. And there were solutions, they're just very complicated solutions. And now
That's
we've made it simple.
Right.
And when it's simple, it's more user-friendly, people want to do it. When it's complicated, they don't want to do
Right. You don't need to be a landscape architect. You don't need to be an engineer. You don't need to, although we have an amazing tech department that are all licensed electricians that can answer your questions and get you the right bulb and get you the right fixture, you don't need to stress out about that anymore. So how do we dim? Easy. Dim it.
Mhm.
Which color do I pick? Whichever one you want.
Yeah.
Can I change color for a holiday, for a graduation, for the 4th of July, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever it is? Yes, yes. What's the difference between 3K, 4K? You don't need to know, because you can just touch the dial and dial it into your color. So I hope you found this, I know I did. This solved a multitude of problems.
Yes. Simplifies it, and it's very cost effective compared to what was before.
Oh my gosh.
You know, would have multiple lamps, so you'd
Oh,
have
yeah.
to switch the lamps, then you'd have
Painful.
the time to do it, and this just makes it so much easier, and people will stop having that uncertainty that they're so always
Right.
dealing with.
Right.
And these problems that we've heard of for years, and they'll help me, well, this does solve a lot of
Yeah, yeah.
problems.
We hope this is really helpful to you. Thank you, Mark, for coming and solving all of these. And you didn't realize it could be so simple. You can be ready for the 4th of July. You can be ready for Labor Day. Your yard can be ready very, very easily with one fixture.
Yes. Excellent, excellent. Thank you so much. And
Okay, until next time.
thank you so much.